What if I told you there was a computer you could buy that would earn you $914 a day, $6,400 a week? That equates to 25 grand per month, which means that if this stayed steady for a year, you would earn over $300,000, right? That's more than the average household working a full-time job makes. That's ridiculous. It's ludicrous. Well, no, that's if you had one of these machines, which are new, which are being produced in a higher volume. So how can you really realize $914 of passive income mining per day? We're gonna be looking at the Bitmain AL box. Hey, what's up? I'm Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I make videos here on the tube. I also build my own mining farm. We're going to be looking at the Bitmain Antminer AL1 and also how this has made the Goldshell AL box just straight up obsolete. This mines a newer cryptocurrency, but it's still worth over $100 million. There's over $50,000 of daily mining profitability. So let's say that no one else was mining that coin. If they only made 55 of these, you could really earn over $900 per day with these machines. These are ASIC miners, application-specific integrated circuit miners. These are custom computers specifically built and designed around mining one single mining algorithm. These cryptocurrencies put out their coins through mining. It's a grassroots effort to decentralize your project and your coin. It's very cool, it's very fair, it's very novel. It's one of the reasons why Bitcoin is $1 trillion asset now. But how much do you think a machine that earns that much per day costs? Spoiler, it's not cheap. The data's nuts, right? $914 a day, 27 grand a month, $330,000 a year. Oh, but you have to pay an electric bill. Okay, so what? It's $8 if your electric bill is 10 cents per kilowatt hour. A lot of mining farms will be paying even less than that. Let's look at how much money is put out per day in ALPH. Right now, it's actually much more than I thought it was. It's at 1.15 BTC because of the coin price appreciation, right? So that's, we'll say like 80 grand. So if we've got like $80,000 and we've got miners that are earning 914, if everything else on the network turned off, they could build 87 of these and still hit that mining profitability. Of course, they won't. What's realistic? I mean, let's just make up a number that sounds nice, right? We could have 1,000. So the rough math for that is these things will be making like $80, $90 with their first batch release, maybe TBD. I don't know, but I do know that I am pissed that we basically got into the Goldshell AL box with the equivalent value of like 12 grand. This thing you can buy now is $1,649. This is a mini ALPH miner. This was making $100 a day when it came out. I've mined 1,700 coins with this. That equates to me earning about $3,000. Earning $3,000 sounds awesome until you find out that it cost you 12 grand. So now awesome has turned into awful. But don't worry, there's the AO box too. It's literally the same thing times 2. And they were slinging this for 6 grand until Bitmain dropped the AL1, which, well, let's just rip the band-aid off now. This ALPH miner, a Blake 3 mining algorithm miner, which basically mines the ALPH cryptocurrency here, this device is only going to cost you somewhere between 30 and 42 grand. Remember, if you order direct from Bitmain, you're paying a 30% tariff. This is a insane, just painful price. I would never order one of these direct from Bitmain because you can get them for a similar or better price from resellers. We are an affiliate with ASIC Marketplace. They do support the channel, and if you use our link, you support us. We've got a coupon code down the video description below that takes some good money off of miner prices. You've got to use our link to support the channel if you care about that. It means a lot when you guys take the time to do that. Using the coupon code alone, they will not give us credit, which is ridiculous, but anyway. But the point here being is that you don't pay tariff. I mean, you put a tariff, at least, you know, I'm talking about US, varies by country, of course. The tariff alone for this would make this way more expensive, even if I had the kind of BS Bitmain coupons to get this down to 29 grand. It would be a near $40,000 miner with import tax. This is crazy. Like, this is We have seen so many crazy miner releases. I am so tired of miner releases like this that are ridiculously expensive. You understand you get into all kinds of new cars for this kind of price point. With the incentives, you can go buy a new Tesla. No, you can get this and hope that it works out. It might. But they're not the only one making new ASIC miners. Iceriver has shown up with the same box from the KS0 series for Caspa ASIC mining. Now with the AL0, 400 gigahash a second at 100 watts. So $800 for 400 gigahash a second. Do you understand that Goldshell sold us 400 gigahash a second with double the power consumption nearly, right? You know, these are rounded numbers. It's actually not, it's less than 400 for 12 grand just a few months ago. You could get it for $1,650 right now, or you could get a device that has a higher hash rate and a lower power consumption for basically half the price. Goldshell may have made a business move that they just will not recover from here. They are panicking. They've taken it off their website. They're talking about doing a buy one and get one now. This is potentially a death blow to the credibility of their business. It's shocking. Bitmain is operating absolutely cutthroat. They are releasing so many altcoin miners. They used to just specialize in Bitcoin mining, right? And then they were kings of also script mining. And then they dropped some other miners like the D9. They took over Equihash. And now they are producing the best miners on almost every mining algorithm. They make the best miner for X11, Equihash, Blake 2S, Eaglesong, Blake 2B plus SHA-3, K Heavy Hash, RandomX as far as an ASIC design goes, Blake 256R14, Blake 3, right? And all these have their associated coins. They pretty much make the best miner for every single cryptocurrency that you can mine except for ETC. We'll see if they want to come up with something better here in the near term. It's wild. They're basically saying, hey, I'm top dog.
I'm the captain now.
I have an AL Box 2 on order. Thankfully, that was a review unit directly from Goldshell, unlike my first unit. Because when Goldshell releases miners that are so expensive and so profitable, they don't support content creators. What they will do is send miners out when miners are cheaper and not as lucrative, even though they're the same devices. That's the way they operate. That's the way a lot of these ASIC miner companies operate. They have made so much money selling shovels over the last year to gold miners. It's kind of reinforcing the thing. It's like, why are they selling all these profitable machines when it would be so profitable for them to run them themselves? I think that's particularly interesting and true on the AL1, because Bitmain has mining farms. They mine with devices, they test devices, they do all kinds of they have all kinds of mining exposure. Maybe they're just acting like the good guy in this one. Maybe they're going to make so many that they're like, yo, I'd rather sell these and cash in, and they'll make more money that way. You don't need that many devices to earn a lot on that algorithm, that coin, for what it is. Speculation, whatever. The point here being, though, let's look at the network hash rate. So over the last year, in the beginning of 2024, the ALPH mining network hash rate was 344 terahash a second, and now it's at we'll round up and say 1.4 petahash a second. So the network is basically 4x in mining hash rate. It's like, it's 4 more times difficult to mine some coins. One thing to keep in mind is there was a network adjustment in June of 2024, so that is impacting the mining difficulty. It's not properly reflected of just continually going up and then being more difficult in contrast with the network hash rate. So basically, this is crazy. I'm thinking about getting one. First batch buyers of Antminers historically have always done well. It's proven that cannot be said to be true for Goldshell anymore. Scary though. It's addicting. It's enticing, right? I've got all the infrastructure to deploy miners, and I am in a position where I'm better suited to have more expensive miners and less miners than a bunch of cheap miners due to my electricity rate and so forth. But we'll see. I'm thinking about. Do you like? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm scared. I don't know. That's so much to risk, right? And it makes you wonder, like, if you're such a believer, why don't you just drop freaking 30 grand if you've got that, like, on the coin? sit there, do nothing, and maybe make a bunch or nothing. There's obviously the benefits of mining, the long-term focus, getting in, at a cheaper price, through the course of mining. There's also the fact that you own this miner, that it can be a valuable asset, depending, what happens, what you do with it in the future. And then you can expense electricity, consult an advisor and stuff on that. But I don't know, it's crazy. I'm like really conflicted. I'm sick of this stuff, but like on the other hand, it's like, wow, what a time to be a miner if you can, get this gear. It's weird. It's unprecedented. We have never seen so many miner models released on so many different cryptocurrencies for, ASIC miners in particular, and then for such exorbitant prices. It's crazy. I'm Vosk. This is our CMO, Chief Mining Officer. Tails. Remember, 10 seconds tails on every video. I hope you subscribe and stick around. We got all kinds of content like this, so much more. Goodbye.